Britain commits to granting hundreds of North Sea oil and gas licenses to boost energy independence, facing criticism from environmental campaigners. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak confirms plans for over 100 licenses, with potential for hundreds more in the future, attracting bids earlier this year. The UK aims to reach net zero emissions by 2050 but expects over a quarter of its energy to still come from oil and gas by that date. Sunak emphasizes the importance of new domestic fossil fuels to enhance energy security and reduce reliance on countries like Russia, known for manipulating and weaponizing energy. The move to increase fossil fuel output becomes a contentious issue between the governing Conservatives and the opposition Labour Party ahead of an upcoming election. The government argues that boosting domestic supply will reduce the carbon footprint compared to importing liquefied natural gas. Climate activists and green groups challenge the government's approach, raising concerns about increasing fossil fuel production amid climate goals. Sunak states that the new licenses align with the government's environmental targets. The North Sea Transition Authority, NSTA, regulator expects the first new licenses to be awarded in the autumn while evaluating 115 bids from producers. Sunak announces support for 2 carbon capture and storage (CCS) clusters in Scotland and Northern England to bolster energy security and create jobs. The CCS technology involves capturing carbon emissions and storing them underground to hold 20 to 30 million tons of CO2 by 2030. Shell and Harbour Energy welcome the plans and gained Track 2 status for the Acorn CCS project, entering commercial negotiations with the government. The Viking CCS project by Harbour to store CO2 in depleted gas fields also receives Track 2 status. Friends of the Earth criticize the CCS announcement, stating it won't capture all climate pollution caused by burning fossil fuels. The government launches a call for evidence to gather views on taxes in the oil and gas sector to design a long-term fiscal regime for predictability and certainty. Last year's windfall tax of 75% on oil and gas producers led to cuts in investment, but the government plans to scrap it if prices fall to normal levels for an extended period. The UK seeks to balance energy security, environmental goals, and fiscal stability while boosting domestic fossil fuel production. The nation's energy strategy remains a point of debate and legal challenges as it strives to transition towards net zero emissions by 2050. Remember to subscribe.